Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Ultimate Fashion History for another episode in our little fun series, Rant. This rant was inspired by Ultimate Fashion History Facebook group member Janine, because she was the first one to start ranting about this. But come on, I'm dedicating this to everyone in the UFH Facebook group because we all had a lovely rant about this. The something went wrong fashion memes. You've all seen them, haven't you? What's the first thing that you notice about this one? Well, check out the dates. On the left, we have a picture of a very suave Cary Grant, and on the right, we have a runway image from today. What's the first thing you notice? How about the date? 1917. Hello. Cary Grant was born in 1904, which would have meant he was a 13-year-old lad in 1917. Probably a bit like this. This is a very young Cary Grant. I don't know exactly how old he is here, but he could be 13. He is certainly not the mature gentleman on the left of the meme. Obviously, the creator of this meme chose 1917 because he or she wanted to make some ludicrous point that fashion had deteriorated so terribly in the past 100 years. Well, why not then do 44 seconds of research on Google and actually find an image that represents clothing in the 1910s, like this dapper gent, but make sure it's a dapper gent and not somebody who dressed like this in 1917, because plenty of people did, believe you me. Fashion is not just a series of worsenings. Fashion doesn't increasingly get more scruffy and more lazy, not at all. Fashion changes, to be sure, but to look at the past as some sort of fashion idyll where everybody looked dapper and great and suave and tailored is really missing the point. Another thing we don't like about this something went terribly wrong fashion meme trend is that the images on the right are always so ludicrous. Nobody dresses like this today. Come on, we all know that. They are always these runway images that were put out by designers to grab a bit of publicity or more often than not sell a fragrance. Also, it sort of implies that nobody else looked outrageous or ludicrous in the past. Check out these guys. They're from Weimar, Berlin in the 1920s. Look at their hairdos. Do you like that? Do you think that's good? I don't. There have always been fashion outliers, but I can go back even further to illustrate that fashion sometimes gets ridiculous. What about the macaronis of the 18th century? They were lampooned and made fun of in cartoons and pamphlets of the era. I suppose the 18th century pamphlet was the 1700s version of the meme. Nobody else, apart from the macaronis, dressed like this. It's not representative, just in the way that those silly runway images that are used in memes are in no way representative of fashion today. But I think this is all a case of not really knowing fashion history. It would be like me taking a portrait from the 1650s and a portrait from the 1750s and creating a meme. Something went terribly wrong. Actually, can we turn this into a meme and circulate it around the internet? I really like that. It's so ridiculous. But I use it to make a point. Fashion changes. It always does. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not so good. And of course, we have become a lot more casual in the way that we dress compared to how we dressed in the 1950s. But not everyone in the 1950s was quite as dapper as Cary Grant. Take a look at these juvenile delinquents, these hoodlums. Quite a scruffy bunch, aren't they? But dating from the same era as Cary Grant in his dapper little suit. And another thing these something went terribly wrong memes fail to address is that just as in the 1950s, there are plenty of people today walking around looking every bit as smart and pulled together and sophisticated and elegant as Cary Grant. So, rant over. If you're going to create one of these memes, A, get your dates right. B, know your fashion history. And C, give the 21st century a break. We're not really all that bad, are we? I hope you've enjoyed this episode on the Ultimate Fashion History. You can contact me through my website, amandahalley.com. Like us on Facebook, as they say. Better yet, join our Facebook group. We always have loads of fun over there. Stay up to date with new episodes. Simply click the little bell under the channel art, then click Send Me Notifications, because I'm back every week with new episodes. But first, you have to click that little circle to subscribe. And as always, thanks ever so much for watching. Bye for now.